Hey everyone, Jack Dries here. So I didn't have any plans to upload a video today, so we're going to be doing a live stream. I'm going to try to be a little bit quiet because my mother is working in the other room, so respect to her. So let's see, what do we have going on today? Well, it has been 2 weeks since I returned from my travels in California, or more specifically Florida, because that's the second place I traveled. And I'm showing no symptoms of COVID-19 or any of that stuff. I mean, yeah, I've sneezed a couple times, but that's not been in excess. It's not been often. It's nothing particularly related to that, so I am fine. I am healthy. I am happy. And so basically, you're probably going to get the same me they're going to get 2 weeks ago, just with more hair. That's my plan when I got back, was to get home and get a haircut, because I get one like every month. But that's not the case because everything's closed down. So I'm probably going to be growing this out for some time. And I've grown a beard as well. And a mustache. But hey, it suits me. So that's what we're going with. So as for video uploads, I mean, I just recently did the 338-day tradition. Yesterday, I think I uploaded something. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, it was at the Courtyard Marriott in Brookline, Massachusetts. It had a pretty cool MT 500-day sort of setup. Pretty nice. I also have another video coming from there. Maybe I'll upload it tomorrow. And they have a parking elevator as well. So that's not the main reason why I wanted to do this. As you might know, I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I decided to pre-order the movie on, well, for my case, 4K Blu-ray. And so I'm going to unbox it for you guys. Let's see. Box comes in right here. I'm going to cover my personal information. So, for the record, this is the Best Buy 4K Steelbook. It comes with a 4K disc, a Blu-ray disc, which is HD. Doesn't come with a DVD though, which I'm okay with. I don't use DVDs. I'm mainly a Blu-ray guy now. So let's just try to open this thing. I would have bought this in the store, but of course everything is either closed or they're limiting people in there or changing hours. Okay. Oh, this feels good already. And here we are. I'm going to try to get in a position that's not going to glare, and that's going to be really hard. Maybe focus on the Lego Batman poster, if that's the case. So here's a look at the front. Turn it over, here's the back. At the side where the logo is. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. So, first impressions, I will say the cover is honestly quite nice. It kind of reminds me of the Force Awakens one, because that also just had Kylo Ren on the front. And I'll probably show you in a comparison just 1 second. But as far as the back goes, it's the traditional thing where they have a little piece of a paper kind of thingy attached to the front with a sticker, and it extends to the back. So I imagine on the traditional 4K DVD, Blu-ray thing, they'll have this too, but in a different layout. So we have, where's my finger pointing? Okay, there we go. Kylo, Poe, yeah, Lando. It kind of looks weird on camera. Sorry. You got a bunch of characters here, including Finn and Rose. And as mentioned, it comes with a 4K disc and a Blu-ray disc. Yeah. Hi, Nick. Hi, Nick. So For the record, this is a limited edition collectible. And you know what? I'm going to unwrap this in front of you just to see how much money I'll lose. I want to show you the inside too. This is very cool. I will say, as for the movie, I did see it opening night. That's the only time I saw it. I thought it was pretty halfway decent. I mean, it was kind of one of those movies where you have to impress everybody. In some ways, maybe you'll impress nobody. It's very weird. There we go. Hey, I got wrapping off. Progress. It's like I'm playing volleyball and spiking the ball too many times. So here's what it looks like unwrapped. Not really much of a difference. Same movie, same casing, stuff like that. You can also take this off. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to take it off completely, but on the back, oh my. Okay, I love this. Look at this. Look at Rey. You have Rey with her lightsaber right in front of the Millennium Falcon. Or is that the... Yeah, it must be either that or the old Death Star throne room for the Emperor. I think it kind of looks the same. So, you know what? I'm actually going to keep this on. I actually have to take it off. I'm not going to show the digital code because I'm planning on keeping it for now. But here's what the inside looks like. 3 discs. So let me go through them one by one, starting on the left. Here's the Blu-ray disc. Here's the 4K disc. Let me turn that. That's better. Okay, there we go. Kylo Ren. Where I put them. And lastly, we have a bonus disc. Imagine this also comes with the standard edition as well. Oh, look, it's oh, never mind. It's actually the director, J.J. Abrams, with Chewbacca. Another famous character in elevator history as well, for those of you who know what I'm talking about. And speaking of Chewbacca, he's on the left. Inside you have Rey, Poe, and Finn inside the Millennium Falcon. This is why I buy Steelbooks. So, you know what? What did I forget to do? Yeah, of course. I forgot to put the discs back in like an idiot. I'm also going to put the digital code back. I'm not going to show it because, you know what? Just to prove that this movie does have a digital code, I'll show this part of it, but I'm not going to show the code itself. I have no plans to. So I could wait for it to become free on Disney Plus, but I'm not paying for Disney Plus, so I'm a collector. In fact, as of right now, I have the entire Star Wars saga, so I'm pretty happy with myself. It's one of the things I could, since we're probably all doing nothing right now, I could edit my resume and say owns all the Star Wars saga. But all right, hang on just 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, before we get back to where we are, first off, you may have just noticed me jump on the bed there. I completely forgot what I was actually going to get. I was reading the chat. I'll read this for a second. Scoob and Minions 2 is delayed. I think, yeah, Minions 2, they were one of the first ones to announce that they were getting delayed. As for Scoob, yeah, I think that's delayed too. I've heard about that. Sponge on the Run. Actually, you know what? That was announced today. Sponge on the Run was delayed. Paramount delayed a bunch of movies today. They delayed Top Gun 2, which was supposed to come out in June. They delayed, what was it? Oh, Quiet Place Part 2. They already announced that. They had postponed it already, but they didn't announce a release date. They just gave it a new release date of September 4th. So Top Gun 2 is now coming out like around Christmas, which honestly, I'm scared because there's a movie I want to see around that time, and I don't know what's going to do well. That's there. And Response on the Run, that's coming out in July, which I think that was supposed to be the original release date anyway, but I think for some reason it was put back to May. Probably because of competition. Because I know Tenet is one of the big movies that's coming out at that time too. And if that gets delayed, I think I'm no longer going to be a movie person. Like, I'm serious. So, funny enough, I also own the Force Awakens Steelbook. And the reason why I wanted to show this is, oh, I just dropped the Skywalker one. Look at how similar they look. Oh, that's something he says I wanted to show you. I mean, one has 4K and one has traditional Blu-ray, but still. Figure is an interesting connection, although the back for the Force Awakens one's different because it's Captain Phasma. I will say a long time ago I did, not in a galaxy far, far away, but a long time ago I did, and that's a better month to release, to be honest. I mean, I guess. I mean, kids are out of school, so it makes sense. But I did film a video of, it's actually a vlog of me going to see Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, and I have not uploaded it yet. In fact, I've been waiting for a while because my plan was, as of right now, to release it on May the 4th, because that's Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. If worst case scenario, I could be busy and I just could postpone it to May the 5th or Revenge of the 5th. And the reason why I wanted to film is because it's a pretty big premiere, and I figured it would be a wild experience, which it did turn out to be. I did not get any footage of me reacting to the movie because you can't really use your phone in the theater, and that's kind of illegal. Although I did document the events leading up to it, and I did have some footage to show for it. It is going to be a little weird because I was in a Star Wars Christmas sweater. So basically, it's almost like a Christmas thing in May. I'm almost considering, like, since everything's getting postponed now, I could say, hey, this is getting postponed to December of 2020. 1 year ago, I saw this movie. Deal with it. Because I don't want to put like a holiday theme in a video for May. Although then again, Iron Man 3 came out in May. Iron Man 3 came out in May, and they have a Christmas motif to it. So you never know. You never know what could happen. Let me see. Morbius is delayed. Yeah, Morbius is delayed. Sony announced a bunch of delays at that time. They announced the delay for Morbius, Ghostbusters Afterlife, which was supposed to come out, I believe in July, maybe June. Peter Rabbit 2, which that was not the first time that got delayed. It was supposed to come out this April because Easter, but now we know what happened here. Then it was supposed to come out in August. That did not last. I don't know. And now it's going to be pushed off to January, which does have me a little worried. I mean, I didn't see the first movie, so I don't know that fascinated with Peter Rabbit. But if you put your movie in January, that's a bad sign. it's just a sign that you really want nobody to see your movie. And there have been exceptions, but that's what history has told people. Like, either you don't know how to market it, it's terrible, but you're just saying, hey, go see it, even though you don't want to. Or something else that has some sort of negative connotation to it. Let's see. That's pretty much all in the chat. I mean, there are other... Wonder Woman 1984 was recently delayed as well, which I really didn't want to see coming, but at the same time, when they announced that it was getting delayed, I was pretty happy of where they pushed it off, because that was a sign of, hey, maybe this will go away soon. It's instead of June, it's now coming on in the middle of August, which I'm somewhat disappointed in, because the first Wonder Woman came out in June, so I figured it had like a June theme to it. And plus, it's from the same director too, and it was shot in IMAX. So I did a post on Steam before. For those of you who don't know, that's my blog. It's called "Why 2020 is a Great Year to Be an IMAX Fan," and I have put down one of the main reasons was 3 movies were shot with IMAX cameras. No Time to Die, which also is delayed to November. Wonder Woman 1984, which is now being delayed into August. But the only movie that remains in question is Tenet. But Warner Brothers and Christopher Nolan are optimistic of keeping it in its July release date. So I really hope, just for the sake of humanity, that it stays there. I mean, I want everyone to be safe, and not to sound selfish, but that's my second most anticipated film of the year. If I don't get a summer movie season, I'm missing out on spring. This is not exactly the most fun time to be a movie fan. If I don't get a summer movie season, what is the point? I mean, worst case scenario, this lasted long enough. We had to consider canceling the Oscars. I don't want that. I really don't want that. First, I mean, let's just be glad that no Star Wars movies are coming out this year. And for those of you who want to know more of my thoughts about this movie, I originally gave it a 6 out of 10, and that 6 still stands. I personally think that one of the scenes involving the Millennium Falcon might be the single most fun scene involving the Millennium Falcon in the franchise. I think this is also the best movie in terms of how C-3PO was written. I mean, and even with that, it still has its flaws. There's the ending, kind of, well, the very last scene is fine, but like, there's a scene between Kylo and Rey where they do something that is basically just done for fan service. At least that's how I feel about it. And it feels very forced and just like shoved in there. The thing about Rise of Skywalker, and I said this before, after The Last Jedi, that's a movie that just basically tried to go in a different direction, and I respect that. Too bad the movie wasn't good. But with The Rise of Skywalker, now we have fans divided more than ever, to which point where they have to make a movie where you cannot piss off anybody. And that's really hard. And as a result, like, I watched the honest trailer for this movie as well. And in the honest trailer, it says, it's a movie that tries to please everybody, only to please nobody. I don't know if that came off that well, but anyways, it's 2:25. I wasn't intending on making this a long night stream. I just wanted to unbox this thing right here, show it off a little bit. show off the one major purchase I made during this quarantine. My new least favorite word now, along with the phrase "don't touch your face," because I had to adjust my glasses every now and then and put headphones on. So that's going to be it. For those of you who tuned in, thank you so much. I'll have maybe a new video uploaded tomorrow, maybe Friday. And I am planning on maybe editing a vlog this weekend. We'll see what happens. Because I do have online schoolwork to do now, and that is going to keep me busy for a little bit. So we'll see. Jack Reese here, signing out. This is the wrong sign, but live long and prosper. So you know what? I will say this, since it's a Star Wars theme thing. May the Force be with you. Let me try it again. May the Force be with you. And I will say Top Gun Maverick did get delayed until this winter. I did mention that in the video. May the Force be with you.